Now the moment we've all been waiting for.
I am Nate Riggle, and you are listening to The Way of the Bonfire. Hey, can I get a mic check? Just kidding. Today, the tagline is "Don't cheapen it." A lot of the influence in a lot of my life outside of course, my sweet family and my inner circle of close friends and kind of long-term people that I put a lot of trust in are just kind of this is going to sound negative, but it just kind of feels like a more prevalent message in the world has been that to relate to others or to belong or to be accepted or to succeed, we need to bring others down by a show of dominance and power and competitive edge and kind of like the elitism thing where we take no prisoners and you're just like a mercenary, basically. And people get ahead doing that. And it seems to work, whether that be a people or an idea or a concept or a principle or belief or a decision or a behavior that we're bringing down or that we're cheapening. That's kind of a technique that seems to work in a lot of ways. And that's why I'm talking about it, because my father, the late and great Big Rig, used to say, a person who pushes others down to make themselves look bigger spends their life always fighting the battles of a small man. A person who builds others up around them gets carried out on their shoulders. Love that one. And maybe you're like, okay, I don't know about that, right? Nice guys seem to finish last. And maybe you're saying that's not been my experience. What if people don't seem to notice or appreciate or comprehend how much I've done for them? Yes, the feeling of ingratitude is a tough one. It's normal to want to be recognized and reciprocated for the good things we do. Like there's this book called Influence, and he talks about like the principles of influence. I think it's Robert Cialdini. It's good stuff, but the one in there about reciprocity, it's like, do it because people want to reciprocate. That's not what this is saying here. What we're saying is give freely with no expectation of getting back. It's like this mental shift that seems crazy to the this for that sort of mentality. And especially if like we do a lot for somebody and it just seems like not only are they ungrateful, but they're like ticked about it sometimes. However, and maybe we're like, gosh, they're not giving me anything back for what I did, like not even any recognition, or they're not returning the favor. However, if we try to harvest or make that plant grow faster than it naturally can, that we're being as foolish as a person trying to pull on a plant to make it grow and bloom and mature on our schedule. Just imagine somebody like pulling on a flower to try to make it grow and bloom faster because we put the seed in the ground and we watered it. It's like, let things happen in their time. And to be able to face ingratitude is, in a genuine way, takes more than just pretending like we don't care. It requires like a belief that what we're doing is good and right no matter how long it takes to see the fruits of it. Or maybe being willing to never see the fruits of it. Because that belief is a good start, but it also takes courage and commitment to that belief. That says, I'm going to build others up and not jump at obvious, which is a little more risky. What isn't risky is there's all these subtle and safe opportunities to pull others down. It's like, oh, I could totally take a shot there. And they've treated me poorly. They threaten my values and my goals. And if I don't do anything about this, if I don't take my shot here, they're going to take a shot at me when they see an opening. And they're probably going to advance and I won't. So to level up in this category, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of belief and a lot of commitment to say, still not going to do it, even if it's right there. Like I'll draw boundaries out of respect and kindness where needed. And who I am and how I roll will be my advancement. I read that, and I'm going to do a whole episode or maybe multiple on this book. I just read this book from, I think it was written in 1902 called The Power of Truth by William George Jordan. And it's like all the stuff that everybody thinks they're throwing out there as these new principles. Dude was writing about it in 1902 and just absolutely sticking the landing on some of them. But I'll give you one. He says, ask not what I am acquiring, but who am I becoming? How's that for a mantra? So back to don't cheapen it. It's like, what do you mean don't cheapen it? Well, think about something that somebody finds really valuable. And it might be a religious belief. It might be an achievement, something they think or did that others are starting to recognize. And some little underhanded comment comes across that says, well, that was great for once, or that would be great if blah, blah, blah. Or somebody's going through a real struggle and you decide to use that to advance yourself in some way, not just pushing them down, but maybe just to get attention. That's cheapening it. And sometimes when we cheapen things, it's like I said before, to take away its power. Like if they did an achievement and it puts you in a shadow and you're not being recognized, you want to take away the power of that achievement. And sometimes it's just carelessness and ignorance. I ain't hating on anybody for doing this stuff, right? We got to give each other grace, like I said in the last episode. Sometimes it's because we feel cheapened. We feel like others have been pushing us down, so can't beat them, join them, right? Sometimes it's because we feel cheated, like something's not fair. And so we got to play that game, part of the game, right? No, there is a game to be played in business and in life, but how you play the game freaking matters. And cheating because you've been cheated is not the answer. Sometimes it's because we feel threatened by somebody and we want to bring their confidence down. Sometimes it's because we genuinely let our ego get the best of us and we feel smarter than, more intelligent than, better than, more perceptive than somebody else. Like we've arrived. It's kind of cute that they're trying to participate. They want to sit at the big kids' table. We'll let them have it. But there's another way of looking at things. And that's, how about if we all just look at each other like equals? Like everybody has something to offer. And that no matter how far along we are on our journey, there were people that brought us here when we were in that position. And I'm up on my soapbox because I'm mad at myself for not acting like this when I did get ahead, all the different times that I've gotten ahead. I'm mad at the narrative that's out there. I believe that by saying something and saying, don't cheapen it. Look, comedians, they can cheapen it because it's hilarious when they do it. You kind of suck at it when you cheapen things for other people and you don't mean well. And don't cheapen yourself. The person you need to have the best conversations with is you. Stop cheapening what you've already accomplished and what you've already done and who you are and your value. Like don't talk it down to appear humble. That's garbage. And I wish somebody had said all this to me a long time ago. And I wish more people would talk about this. So this is Nate coming in hot. Go get him. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. I love the chance to make your day better in some way. Whether that ends up being just a quick reset that you needed to change things up, or even just a laugh or some fresh perspective. If you're getting value out of it, can you please do me a favor and share it with someone else? Because as more people find and listen to the show, I'm able to bring more good stuff more often. It is the fuel to the bonfire. Also, I'd love to hear your feedback and any thoughts or ideas or questions you have so we can be more connected and make the show even better with your input and your inspiration. The quickest way to do that is to send a message to my Instagram handle at Way of the Bonfire, which is also included in the show notes. And if you just want to avoid accidentally scrolling on social media, you can send me an email at nate@wayofthebonfire.com. And you know it, but make sure you click that follow button so you can catch new episodes as soon as they're available. Keep tending the bonfire, and we'll see you on the next one.